So, guess what? You can make a movie if you want using this magical little device here. Mine's called an iPhone 6S. It's a few years old, but it does the trick. I recently shot a film for Able Vision Ireland, who are a group who help people with learning disabilities in the media. So they asked me to come along and make a short film with them. The last time I did it, which was about 6 years ago, we had a small crew. We shot on a Sony 150. We had sound recording and lights, and a bit of a caravan. But at this one, I said I want to shoot on the iPhone, and they were up for it. So it was just me and my phone, and we made a film. Here's the thing as well. I am a stay-at-home dad. My wife works, and I don't have a lot of time to make films. I've actually, if you looked at it, I have no time to make films at all. So it's kind of nuts that I was able to do a short film. Now, how we structured it was, we did a 6-week kind of breakdown, a 6-week structured course on to make the film, to kind of write it and to cast everybody and to do just organize the shoot itself. So how that worked was, week 1 was like getting to know everybody, starting to come up with story ideas, just drawing stuff on the whiteboard, things people liked, stories they wanted to tell, things that affected them. And out of this, we kind of filled up 2 whiteboards, and out of it, a story started to emerge. So we sat down, we wrote the script, and each week following, we just developed the story more. We began rehearsals, we cast it within the group. We started to look at locations, talk about where we could shoot this, and it was quite an extensive piece. So then what happened the last time, when I had the time, I only had 1 child and my wife was able to look after her. We blocked off 5 days and we shot the film, but this time I couldn't do that. So how we worked it was, we basically met. We tried to do a 2 hours on Monday. If someone had a Saturday free, we'd meet on Saturday, even to the point where I could call someone up and say, hey, have you got an hour? I need to just get a scene of you walking down the street. And over a couple of months, we did enough to put the film together. Now that was on this, and it was a film with 7 cast members and 10 extras and several locations, and even 2 different time periods. So it was quite ambitious. But you could easily take your phone, get a couple of friends, and go and shoot a movie on 1 location or 2 in 1 day. And actually the next one we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. I've got 3 actors, 1 location, and I'm going to shoot it in 1 morning and probably even edit it that afternoon and just see what happens. So being a stay-at-home dad with 3 kids, doing the school run, grocery shops, laundry, all that stuff, days are pretty full. But I found that with the iPhone, you have the versatility to just keep it light, keep it simple, and go and shoot a movie, I mean, I'm 42 now. My film career hasn't gone the way I thought it might. Certainly had opportunities early on, but they just didn't pan out. And life, is what happens when you're making other plans. But I'm kind of enjoying this now, and it feels like it's fun again. Films for me got very complicated the bigger they got, and I found this is kind of going back to how I started making films as a kid, just getting the camera and going out and doing something simple and fun. So that's the way I'm going to approach it for the foreseeable future. I'm going to take this phone, I'm going to get a couple of actors or a couple of friends, block off a day, go and shoot it. If we need pickups, an hour here, an hour there, and just put it together, throw that into the world and move on to the next one. So if you're like me, and you have a passion for film, and maybe you think it's passed you by, it hasn't. we have this technology now, which is pretty cool, and you get gorgeous images, and you can do it really easily. Just come up with a good story, go shoot it, enjoy.